Hello there everyone and welcome to trains at Paisley Gilmour Street. And to kick things off we see the departure of 380-102, departing with the 0825 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central to Ardrossan South Beach. Alright, that's enough Scottish for you all. Let's see the arrival of 380-112, arriving with the 0830 Scotrail service from Ardrossan Harbour through to Glasgow Central. Rounding the corner for Scotrail is 380-007, working the 0833 Scotrail service from Weems Bay through to Glasgow Central. Arriving next into the station will be 380-112, working the 0836 Scotrail service from Prestwick Town through to Glasgow Central. Next train out to depart is 380-022, working the 0840 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Prestwick Town. Arriving next into the station will be 380-108, working the 0845 Scotrail service from Prestwick Town through to Glasgow Central. And heading in the opposite direction is 380-002 and 380-011, working the 0844 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Ardrossan Harbour. First A train of the session comes in the form of 385-025, working the 0847 Scotrail service from Gurrock through to Glasgow Central. And another A train to depart is 385-015, working the 0853 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Gurrock. Up next to depart for Scotrail is 380-113, working the 0856 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Largs. Arriving next into the station will be 380-019, working the 0901 Scotrail service from Largs through to Glasgow Central. Next up for departure will be 380-007, working the 0901 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Wemyss Bay. Next out to depart from the station is 380-112 and 380-015, working the 0910 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Prestwick Town. Departing over on the far side will be 380-005 and 380-115, with the 0915 Scotrail service from Prestwick Town through to Glasgow Central. Next arriving into the station with 320-301, working the 0921 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Gurrock. And arriving on the far side is 380-116, working the 0925 Scotrail service from Glasgow Central through to Ardrossan Harbour.
Due to a halt on this train, please listen for further announcements.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed what you saw, click on the 2 videos here at the end screen. Helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you are new and got this far. And we'll see you all in the next video, folks, wherever that may take us. We'll see you then, folks.